Hey guys, me again. Just want to show a little Company of Heroes gameplay. Show my amateur hour. Anyway, um, I got this game a little while ago on Steam. I thought I'd show it off way later than I should have gotten this, but I did, and started playing it with my friend Austin, and right now I'm just gonna show a little practice videos against the bots. But I'm playing as the British allies, and my friend is playing as the American allies, and the AI is British and American. Well, we are going against two Panzer Elites and two Wehrmachts.
Capture complete. That's another one.
So I'm very. Well, I'm not very that bad, but I'm noobish at this game, definitely. I'm too slow. These guys should be moving up probably like way faster, but I was too preoccupied with these guys moving this thing, and I should be also moving this thing faster. But I'm trying my best, so I'm gonna try to get better at this game. That's why these are practice runs. Anyway, I spawned on kind of the right side of the field, and I was a bit confused here, and this is gonna probably show here, because I didn't know where to put my mobile headquarters. I was so like before and the previous match, I spawned in like this left half over here. So I didn't know whether to where to put the mobile headquarters. So I'm like moving it around, and it's stuck there. And I'm also trying to at the same time capture a bunch of points. And the Wehrmacht and the Panzer Elite are quickly encircling us, like fast. Already got a Kittengrad over here. Over here, I think another Kittengrad. Yeah, Kittengrad and engineers, pioneers. I mean, sorry. And more Kittengrads and more pioneers and Panzer Grenadiers. Pioneers, relatively weak units, but their flamethrower makes them very like a force to be reckoned with. Grenadiers, very powerful fighters, at least in the beginning. They're gonna put some mines there. Didn't see that coming. And sorry for the bad textures. My computer can't run the best. But here we got some British infantry sections moving in, trying to capture points. This is on annihilation, so there's no control points or anything like that. The objective is to totally annihilate the other player. So here we can see that I'm moving my headquarters back and forth, and here it's moving back. And I think this is when I decide, I'm gonna pack up and move over there. So I took a lot of time, and there's also a Kittengrad trying to take out some British sections, but I don't think it's gonna succeed. Moving my units over here, possibly to catch this. I don't remember. And it looks like they set up a bunker here really early. Really early to be setting that up. My troops are just outside of the range, maybe a little bit in, but they can't see because of this line of trees here. So, a little bit of a bad placement, but that's the AI for you. Here we got some scout cars. Those are going to pose quite a threat later in the game. And is that a mortar? That is a light AT half-track. And it's going backwards for some reason. Yeah, the thing is supposed to be facing the other way. Okay. So the Panzer Elite are more mobile and base most of their machinery off of mobility, just like the British. They're basically just the British of the Axis powers. But most of their shit's excuse my language, but most of their stuff's like armored. So like they have the armored like half tracks and stuff like that with mortars in them, and such things like that. While the Wehrmacht rely on more stationary groups and just build up and move out, but their troops are a bit like more tough. Like their later troops are a bit more tough than the Panzer Elite because the Panzer Elite rely heavily on armor, and there are tech trees also to this. I don't remember if I can see which tech tree I went down. I believe I went down Royal Artillery if we're viewing mine. But yeah, that's about that. I'm gonna view my friend Austin. He's a little more experienced with this game. He played it way longer than I have. For some reason, the AI thought it'd be good to put mortars like right next to the base right here. He's setting up. I believe he's going airborne. Yeah, he's going airborne. You can see through these airborne infantry where you could spawn in, and the airborne's very good for like rushing and infantry and stuff like that. So this is going to play a big role in the game. Here I'm already, getting ready. I'm entrenching myself, and let's see here. Yeah, I'm already entrenched and stuff like that. Got a nice line of sight. Unfortunately, this building's in the way, so I can't hit anything behind it. So they can easily take cover right behind it. But if they come in the line of fire, they'll get destroyed. And I'm entrenching my men over here in this little silt trench. That point's still taken. And I built a lieutenant, which means I'm going to reach the higher tech. As you can see, I'm making a command, or it's like a support truck, I think, and that's gonna offer me a new tech level in the tree. We got a Bren carrier over here. Don't know what that's gonna do, but it's there. So now you can see the Krauts are setting up German positions, and when I say Krauts, I mean the Germans, because it's a nickname. If you're not familiar with World War II slang terms, it's a nickname. I believe it's named after sauerkraut, which is one of their main dishes or something like that. I don't know. I've never had it. So, anyhow, I'm making an offensive here on the left flank, trying to get that to that point right there, but it doesn't look like it's working out, and these section infantry are not going to make it home. So, oh, and we also have a mortar set up here. Not a lot going on otherwise. Looks like a machine gun replacement made by Austin. He's Captain Prick, by the way. Forgot to mention that. We are pretty much placing ourselves right here. I'm trying to, looks like, shell these guys right here. And I almost get their emplacement. I don't know what happens, though. Anyhow, oh, and we got this here. Looks like a captain just went up, or is going up. The captain's going up, which makes it so you can produce light tanks, which are called the Stuart light tanks. Stuarts are relatively good, basically against anything that it's infantry. Anything lighter than that, or like tanks or something like that, that are light. It can do pretty well against too, if you can get a good position. Otherwise, anything above light tanks, they get pretty destroyed. I don't remember if this mortar successfully is able to. Yes, it is. It destroys that bunker, and it's over with, giving me an edge. So artillery. Okay, I have to explain the artillery tree as well. Artillery tree is exactly what it sounds like. It bases mostly around artillery and artillery power, firepower. But that means more stationary stuff. So when entrenching like this is a good place, good to entrench in. I don't know if this is a good spot to entrench in. I think this is good because good spots where like this machine gun can hit. I got the road blocked off, and let's look at our enemy's base. They got an armory up and quarters up. They're teching up as fast as they can. Looks like we already got some military like armor up, and it looks like a battle just went on up here and we missed it, but it resulted in a British victory over the Germans, capturing this point, which is pretty good actually. This point is essential to the strategy to British artillery, because artillery requires fuel for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's because, you know, like, maybe it's not even fuel, it's just oil or something like that. I don't know. But it requires it. So, this resource right here. But it looks like, for some reason, a Kindergrad or motorcycle is going to come up, and it's not going to last very long. Anyhow. Moving around the map. We got their captain up, and we got some upgraded infantry sections here. We also got sappers, which are basically engineers. They can create emplacements, more emplacements. So these guys are really essential to a defense and the artillery support. So, and we already have a huge offensive going up. A Stug is going up. It's already up here, and looks like the British are under heavy fire. And I'm looking around the map here and nothing's being done. I don't remember what I did here, so. I'm producing light tanks, I think, to try to counter these guys. But a light tank isn't going to counter a Stug. A Stug is way too heavy to just kill like that. I think I mortared one of these guys. And now here we got what's good is 17 pounder AT, which is gonna destroy anything with armor up to about this line right here. Anything that comes up next to the trench, it'll hit. And that's gonna make it hard for any armor to move up. And here we got a light tank Stuart. What's up? Ooh, and a scout car moving up as well. But I think I'm gonna sneak around with my Stuart tank. I'm gonna try to hit this guy through the brush, but that shot's gonna ricochet off. Not really doing anything. But that's okay because the Stuart's not really meant for tank destroying. So it's just meant to get rid of. And there goes their Stug, which gives me a good advantage to make an assault, a push with my Stuart. And they got an AT half track right here, which not good enough to take out a Stuart, unfortunately, for them at least. And it's gonna go down shamefully. And we got another Stuart in the back here. Not gonna use that quite yet. I'm just gonna like let it sit there. I'm trying to rush around and figure out what to do. I have these guys upgraded with these special rocket launchers. You have to take cover, or you know, anti-tank guns, but you have to take cover to use them. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Oh, at this point, the Germans pushed up and managed to capture this petro station. Which isn't good for my ally, because that cuts off, or ally and me, because this cuts off this whole point of resources. All this is going to waste. So they're going to cut off our resources, which is not good at all. It means we're not getting anything from this point over here. I can't, unfortunately, we can't see the trees right now, so you can't see what we're taking up to. But I am trying to put down a Hauser pounder gun. Just a Hauser, I'll just call it. Also set up some defenses over here to protect this area so they don't capture it under my nose. Looks like we got another armored car, but I think it's going to be taken care of by that Stuart. And there's also a sniper in the brush here. Not going to be much of a problem. I believe that's, is that our AI sniper? I guess so. I don't know, but it's not going to pose much for that. I think this is when I use one of the Stuart's specialties, which is awesome. I'm not sure. I'm sacrificing this Stuart, I believe. Yeah, and then there's its specialty right there, the canister shell, but that was at a cost to the Stuart tank. But I have another one in reserve somewhere, I think. If I recall, it is over here. We're gonna follow Stewart around a little bit just because the action it provides. I put it in here for support against the Germans onslaught, and they got some anti-tank guns right here. They got the Panzerfaust, and that's gonna do some damage to the. Actually, it's not. Huh? I guess they missed. And looks like they're retreating, ending that battle right there. Now there's some Krauts gathering up here, getting ready for an assault. This taskbar. Ooh, I like those resources though. Got this Hauser. This Hauser is going to play a big role in this battle because of the support it offers. Now, the Hauser is being used to bomb this building right now, but I think it gets these infantry. One sec. Let's see. Come on. No, damn it. I remember getting something. I thought. I don't know. Anyhow, this Hauser is going to play a big role in the game, and my ally here, he's making a strong push towards the right. He's already got anti-tank over here. He's got some snipers in the brush. He's got this area just on lockdown. So, and the AI is also helping out in defense. So he's also got other AI has riflemen moving out. My flank is mostly defended by myself. There's nothing really going through or out my flank. But looks like a German assault is about to happen. I don't think they even have enough to get past the giant anti-tank gun that's gonna possibly go. This is a good entrenchment, so any infantry that try to go through here are gonna pretty much get annihilated. And this point is covered over here, so this defense isn't really flawless, but it's good enough to hold the Germans back. This point's still under German control, unfortunately, but we're gonna change that soon, I believe. Not much going on other than the giant invasion of the frontal assault, which isn't gonna work very well. As you can see, their armor isn't going to last long. I don't know what the hell happened there, but my mortars took care of them. Just realized that. I'm gonna try to see where this artillery is gonna hit. This artillery was used quite a bit in this battle. This is the most interesting thing is because this was used pretty well strategically. I didn't really use anything else that well. I got the Stewart up at the front lines. I think I was worried more about the defense at my base, but it's kind of just sitting there chilling, waiting for some Germans to walk by. I don't even think I really need to worry about my base defense because they have it under control. I think I was worried because of these guys, but the mortars could have even took them out automatically anyway. I think I wanted to pound them in dust with this artillery, but I thought it was a waste. Thinking that I'm about to use it right here because this would be a perfect spot right here just to use it, but I don't think I know that they're there. Maybe even here too. I don't know. There are probably a lot of good spots in this game. I didn't use the artillery very well, but I used it well enough. I imagine there were probably parts where I was totally oblivious to the amount of troops right here and didn't use the artillery.
NCOs reporting they have destroyed a German target.
I didn't notice this, but apparently the bunker here is taken out or something. I don't know. Almost taken out. Either way, this artillery in this bunker are gonna stand tall and fight off. Here we go. Okay, here goes the artillery. Pretty sure it's gonna be used right here. I think I just got a glimpse of some of these guys, and I got freaked out, and so I just used my artillery, and bam, there it goes. Just gonna tear through those troops, and oh, there it goes again. Now, not usual mortars and stuff like that can't really damage stuff, but damn, that damaged that mortar half track right there, and I think it's done for it. Yep, it's gone. Here comes an light AT gun, and it's not gonna get destroyed, but oh, some freaking Volts Grenadiers. Oh, and oh, just tearing through those Volts Grenadiers. Jesus. It's just body parts flying everywhere. It's just a bloody mess. So that's my defense. Now to look on the right side of the battlefield, see how that's going. I'm moving up now that I've taken care of them, the defense, and I am going to use my Stewart to destroy any Krauts remaining in this area. I also see that there's a lot of Germans, and they're also pinning down my allies' troops. Now this may not look like they're pinning them down, but soon here they're gonna just cause quite a bit of trouble, more than my ally would like. But we're overwhelming them right now. I believe I asked them to not right now, but later point I asked them to take care of this area because I didn't have infantry. I was mostly focusing on the artillery aspect. And there's my captain. I probably should move my captain up more, but you know, what you gonna do about it? Captains can give morale to your men, and I forgot that during the battle. But let's see where the artillery is gonna be used here. Gotta keep an eye on this artillery. This artillery is just the key to massacring these guys. And this is a high area. I think I see this as a high area and I just massacre them, but I don't remember when I turned to fire on them. This will also be a good area right here to fire. Here we go. Not the best time, but you know, pretty good time. Get rid of that scout car at least, I think, or armored car. Cause yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Support our infantry. My ally sees this, and there it goes. And I don't know if I have. Yes, here it is. Okay, so also continuing with my artillery barrage of mayhem. You get these priests, which are, I believe, American artillery, used in World War II by the British a little bit. But they are really good. They're stronger than the German artillery, but the Germans aren't known for their artillery very much, other than their rocket launchers, which their rocket launchers are extremely good. But this isn't looking too good for my ally here. They have a Hetzer up, which doesn't make much sense to me because we don't have a lot of armor on the field. Americans don't usually make too much armor. British can make some armor, and I gotta say their armor is pretty sweet. I also made another Stuart tank, moved it up a little. Now, if those Hetzers are anti-tank and Martyrs are also anti-tank, so they're strange objects because most of the, you know, like strange because look at what my ally's been making the whole game. He's been making only, you know, infantry. I don't know why the AI does it. And here's my huge infantry push. A bunch of section infantry moving up, capture this point. This is just my big push right here. This is when I was like, all right, we got to do this. And I'm gonna look at my artillery here because I believe it's gonna be in use sometime now. I don't remember, but this point does get captured again at one point. It pisses me off. But we do have our Stuart getting fired at by a Hetzer and a bunch of AT things, like the AT or the armored car, and that Stuart is gonna go down. Now let's see on the battlefield here. What is that? That I believe is what I ordered, and I hope it is. No, it's not. Never mind. It's just another Stuart. I like the detail they put in this game. It's pretty good, even for crappy, like my crappy settings. So battles going on. Here's my tactical map. Shows everything that goes on. Now, we have a heavy German presence right here in the battlefield. This is not good. I'm not liking this look. So, I believe this is when I turn it to look at this German area. This is like a bloody massacre right here soon. And unfortunately, my ally got pushed back. His airborne division was forced back a little. But this is a huge force. How he was able to push so much, I have no idea. But this combination is pretty brutal. Just having armored cars everywhere and AT mortar tracks. And I don't remember if I'm using artillery or not, but yeah, I am. Here it is. And here it goes. BAM! Massacring some infantry. It's just over for them. Oh my god. They're just being crushed. This is just brutal to watch. I love it though. I don't know what I was doing. I think I was just too excited by the battle that was going on, but I never ordered a priest until like just now actually. So the priest's coming a little late, so later than it should have. But the priest would offer more firepower. I think I was just enjoying the Hauser too much, and I was having fun with it. And my big push, so I was just looking around the map. My friend was pushing up a lot, and he appreciated the support I was giving him. So he moved in with his anti-tank guns, and they are gonna wipe these mortar half-tracks out, and this infantry half-track. Pushing back at least. I don't remember. Still a heavy presence over here. There's a Hetzer still over here. Now that Hetzer, these Hetzers aren't really a big threat to me, to be honest. I'm not setting up all stewards. We have a huge infantry push moving up now. As you can see here, it's just a massive infantry push by me and my ally. I'm coming in to help them out. I'm pretty sure this isn't a smart move though, because they got some armor over here, and that can become a problematic. But I just say fuck it and moving in. We also got another Stug over here, which is gonna rain terror upon my ally and his troops, along with my other allies too. So, still got that AT gun there. I don't know where my... There it is. Okay. Here is the priest. It's a pretty amazing piece of machinery. I utilize it pretty well in this battle, at least I hope I can, like, you know, but I try to hit them as much as I can in these giant piles, and here it comes. Either my Hauser or my track. Now it's gonna be hard because I gotta see which one's gonna aim, but yeah, these guys are looking too good for me, so I see that later. I think I was more focused with this battle going on, and this is just a massacre on both sides. I don't remember where I hit my artillery though. There it is. I believe that's my artillery, I don't know though. That might have just been a random grenade or something like that. There are times where I wasted artillery, and these guys are just all gone, giving them free experience and just free kills. I felt bad for throwing them so many lives away, but, you know, game lives, so. Anyhow. I was ruthless in that matter, but I still have my artillery in the bag. Now my friend here, he's still got his infantry, and I have my last upgrade, I believe. It's about to be used. And I managed to make another priest. So that's good right there.
Destroyed a German target.
We are seeing the priest at its making its move, I think. Yeah, there's it. There it goes. Now, just damaging these tanks. Now, mortars can't damage tanks, but artillery can. It can do a lot to tanks. It just shreds them up. Not as bad as anti-tank. Ooh, that's just... Oh, man. Brutal. Ooh. I don't even... I think that was a mortar, like, from the Hauser. May have just my priest. Yeah, that was my priest. I think at one point I start using this Hauser again because I'm running out of mortar use. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out a combination of moves. So I'm trying to, like, implement the Stuart in this battle a little. I'm trying to implement infantry as much as I can. And also, here's the point where it's captured. I don't even know how that point got captured. I don't remember. I remember seeing some troops over there earlier, like earlier in the battle, but it didn't really happen. Now, this is an uncaptured point. This is going to stay uncaptured, I believe. Alright. As you can see, here's a battle going, and it's not in the favor of my ally. He's going to have to pull back here with all his troops. But he's sending in more airborne divisions at the same time to keep the pressure on him. I move up my Stuart to offer support, and it's going to do just that. Now here's, I believe, the canister. Come on, come on. Yeah! Canister shot. Didn't do that much, but it did enough to kill plenty of men. But that canister, man, it just destroys. Probably should move my mic away from my face a little, so don't eat it. There is that battle. So we also got the priest still here and the Hauser. I don't know what I'm going to use with this. I still implement it though. But anyhow, this Stuart is now not going to become, or is now become trash pile due to these anti-tank placements. I didn't see this in time, so Stuart went bye-bye. Now, they're still holding up, but at this point, there's just so much on our line that it's just weighing them over slowly. And this isn't very smart right here. Having all these troops on this one little rickety bridge. Trying to cog block them or something like that. And we still got, some reason, they're making more Hetzers. I don't know why. I haven't really displayed that many tanks, and the priests are in the back here, and they shouldn't even know about them. And here, I don't know what I'm trying to do. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Wait, do I? What am I trying to do? Oh, I'm trying to capture this point again, because that annoyed me. I was so busy with the battle that I didn't even notice that that point was captured, so I was like, oh shit. Looked at it. Capped it. Anyway, still got a battle going on over here. Oh my god, this is a bloody one. I don't remember. I think, yeah, this is when artillery is going to be used. Again, I'm not sure though, because I remember these guys over here just kind of like trapped, and they use the Inspire or something like that, or the fear ability to make it like propaganda. It allows you to fear them, make them retreat easier, but they don't, you know, they just retreat. But I see all this action over here, and eventually decided to join in on it using some my own firepower. I'm not usually directly in these fights. Here we go. This is what I was waiting for. Yeah, just that artillery just massacres anything. Now, at this point, I got all the experience that I need. So these experience things, I can't tell how many kills this thing has. But jeez, it's just a massacre. Can you tell me how many kills these guys have? Yeah, you can see this guy has 4, this guy has, or this guy has 6, this guy has 4, he has 3 vehicle kills. Probably his tracks. And these guys can't show kills, unfortunately. That'd be cool. But those priests are already doing some work. Now my allies still getting retreated, unfortunately, by propaganda move. So we still got these Hetzers here, which they're not too much of a problem, other than they could provide a little support and armor cover for their units. And I'm still gonna mortar the hell out of these guys. Yeah. I don't think it was necessary to mortar, because that was just 2 shots right there you saw that just missed completely, but I think somewhere around the line I think I hit this Hetzer. No. Somewhere that Hetzer just gets annihilated, and I was happy about it. Oh, and I recaptured this point. These engineers are now just idle, sitting here. And these points are still taken. For some reason they decided to make a bunker here. I don't know why. Whatever. Still making more Hetzers for some reason. God awful reason too. We're just gonna fast forward here a little. If we can. Not by much. The battle is like, we're just slowly converging on them. I don't believe this is broken, but it's about to break. So this means that this area is pretty much, this half of the map right here is just like all taken. This half of the map is pretty much taken as well. They don't have anything to support this area. It's just we haven't claimed it yet. Allies moving through here with rangers and more rangers. I remember using these guys again. Yeah, I do use these guys, and I believe I make another priest soon here, and a steward. Here's a steward, another steward as well. 2 stewards on the field. Gonna move them up to see this fight. Unfortunately, there are Hetzers in that, and that's gonna play a big part in their demise, because they do die. Poor little guys. But the stewards are not very expensive units, to be honest. They were common tanks back then, probably because they were pretty well used too. So, for some reason these like hits keep bouncing off. The Hetzer can't really move the turret because it has a stationary turret here. You see, as you can see, you can only move it slightly. Oh, now it's dead. Maybe these guys aren't gonna die. I don't remember. I think these guys thought those guys died. But this is not looking good for the Germans at all. German AI. So this is just turning into a bloody one. And here's another Stuart tank. Had some more support, and I've reached almost my population cap here. And we're gonna see that these guys are done. I think what I was trying to do, yeah, I built another trench, and I never put these guys in, did I? I don't know, but they're there, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I made here that costed me unit population, but it's there. So let's look at the tactical map. As you can see, get the stewards moving up mainly. Oh, and one steward is down due to a what appears to be a Hetzer. Now, Hetzers are supposed to be tank destroyers. They're very like, I guess they're kind of strong against tank shots, but against like infantry they're pretty bad. Okay, I think here I'm using artillery again, and you can see it in action. Bam. At this point, I'm just like artillerying their base, you know, like just doing artillery fire, and this is by my priests because they're the only thing that can really reach his base. But this artillery is going to play a big role. It's going to just massacre the base. And we just got all these infantry right here, all of them just moving up, moving up, moving up. Now this is actually where it kind of comes into a lull of just constant flushing in. So I'm actually going to skip this part. All right, here, so we're again. I got a light Stuart tank in their base, but it's not gonna last long because these Hetzers. And I see all these troops here, and I'm just like thinking to myself, what am I doing? Just waiting for them to just sit there, you know? So I believe I throw an artillery barrage at them at one point, and I do believe I make another priest, and along with my ally starts making priests. But this whole base is about to become a just giant pile of ash in a second. As you can see, the Hetzers aren't gonna last very long against the enemy just pushing in. And for some reason, my allies' forces decide not to, you know, take this area up right here. Yeah. But he's got this whole side covered because they can't move up unless they fix this bridge, which they're probably not gonna, because that would let his troops leak into their base, and he couldn't do anything about it. So that's actually kind of a good idea to do that, although this thing might tear them to pieces. Okay, here comes the barrage of just ages. This is horrible to watch sometimes. Oh my god, just so many bodies flying everywhere, and such good engineering just going all to waste. Oh man, look at that. Just half of their forces wiped out in one barrage. And here comes a priest. I don't think this is mine. This is actually my allies. And he's actually making another one. He's moving another one up. Now, there are 6 priests that happen to be in this battle this time, so, you know, beware of that. And I also made a howser so I can get into their base here. And this is going to play a big role, too, as well. So now I have 4 artillery things that can reach into their base. So this is basically just a nuke going off in their base. And here it's going to come into play right here. Because my, I believe that's my computer ally. It's having trouble here. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Oh, I see that martyr in that, and I freak out, and I don't want the martyr to kick his ass. But martyr's anti-tank, so I can't really do anything. But it also takes out those Volts Grenadiers that are moving up. And it's just massacring everything. Ooh, and I believe it may take out this martyr or weaken it just barely so it lives. But it's hitting just everything it can. Ooh, one hit like that would have killed that martyr. This is just... The Germans just can't handle this right now. This is just too brutal for them. Bam. They have troops dying on the front lines. For some reason, my ally thought it would be a good idea to put his priests up in the front. But they're going to just massacre the hell out of his stuff. They don't care. They're just like, you know what? Screw it. We're done with your shit. And they're going to target this some flak turret. They're going to end its life. Its reign of tyranny. But it doesn't matter for him, because he's got more priests moving up, and they're going to actually go right next to mine. Because mine have a perfect positioning that still leads into their base. And I believe... No, that's not mine. Soon I pump out another one. But my ally just starts flooding in troops. It's just amazing to watch. Now, he doesn't try to flood him in too much because I'm still barraging the hell out of them. And this is just, yeah, I'm just squishing them up for his assault. I think he just waits around most of the time. Because he can't do it or else his troops will die. But until then, he made this push, like, really easy, so... I didn't really lose too many in this battle. So, but there's so much massacre, and I don't know what that was, but I believe that's an American weapon? I'm not sure. But it does a lot of damage to infantry. Like, look at that. It just crushes infantry. So, still constantly hitting him with the priest fire, and this is when he decides, you know what, I'm just going to rush up. And his brave soldiers take up arms against these remaining German remnants, and they're still getting barraged by artillery, and it may have caused a few casualties, so a little friendly fire happens here, but I don't think it's too bad. But they're just gonna wait there, and as you can see, this is just a giant black piece of, like, just black scorched land, you know. It's all scorched and just, ugh. It's done. It's gone. And I believe is that my allies? That is my allies. Still waiting for the next priest, because I do make one again, but it's not coming in for some reason, I guess. I don't know. So at this point, my ally is retreating because he's afraid my own artillery, because it's massacring everything. He doesn't want to lose any artillery, and my ally AI is moving up. He sees this as an opportunity, and he actually makes a pretty good push. They are pushing into the base, and right now I believe this is the Wehrmacht. Yes, this is the Wehrmacht. The Wehrmacht are pretty much out. They're all, I can't tell who's Wehrmacht and not. So I think this is the Panzer Elite. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't show any different symbols, so I can't see if it's actually which one's the Panzer Elite, which one's Wehrmacht. But I believe this is a Wehrmacht, maybe.
German target has been knocked out.
I have no clue which one's which. But either way, they were massacred in a bloody battle. Hetzer, I believe, is Wehrmacht. I believe, though, I'm not totally sure on that. Hetzer's a really fantastic tank, though. It's not very used very well in this battle. As I'm doing more barrages than these guys would probably like to take. So this land is just gonna be massacred utterly, and this is pretty much the end for the Germans. I could probably skip ahead a little, but just look at all this massacre.
German target.
Alright, here's over again. I got a light Stuart tank in their base, but it's not gonna last long because these Hetzers. And I see all these troops here, and I'm just like thinking to myself, what am I doing just waiting for them to just sit there, you know? So I believe I throw an artillery barrage at them at one point, and I do believe I make another priest, and along with my ally starts making priests. But this whole base is about to become a just giant pile of ash in a second. As you can see, the Hetzers aren't gonna last very long against the enemy just pushing in. And for some reason, my allies' forces decide not to, you know, take this area up right here. Yeah. Um, but he's got this whole side covered because they can't move up unless they fix this bridge, which they're probably not gonna because that would let his troops leak into their base, and he couldn't do anything about it. So that's actually kind of a good idea to do that. Although this thing might tear them to pieces. Okay, here comes the barrage of just ages. This is horrible to watch sometimes. Oh my god, just so many bodies flying everywhere, and such good engineering just going all to waste. Oh man, look at that. Just half of their forces wiped out in one barrage. And here comes a priest. I don't think this is mine. This is actually my allies. And he's actually making another one. He's moving another one up. Now, there are 6 priests that happen to be in this battle this time, so, you know, beware of that. And I also made a howser so I can get into their base here. And this is going to play a big role, too, as well. So now I have 4 artillery things that can reach into their base. So this is basically just a nuke going off in their base. And here, it's going to come into play right here. Because my, I believe that's my computer ally. It's having trouble here. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Oh, I see that martyr, and then I freak out, and I don't want the martyr to kick his ass. But martyr's anti-tank, so I can't really do anything. But it also takes out those Volts Grenadiers that are moving up, and it's just massacring everything. Ooh, and I believe it may take out this martyr or weaken it just barely, and so it lives. But it's hitting just everything it can. Ooh, one hit like that would have killed that martyr. This is just... The Germans just can't handle this right now. This is just too brutal for them. Bam. They have troops dying on the front lines. For some reason, my ally thought it would be a good idea to put his priests up in the front. But they're gonna just massacre the hell out of his stuff. They don't care. They're just like, you know what, screw it. We're done with your shit. And they're gonna target this flak turret. They're gonna end its life. Its reign of tyranny. But it doesn't matter for him because he's got more priests moving up, and they're gonna actually go right next to mine because mine have a perfect positioning that still leads into their base. And I believe no, that's not mine. Soon I pump out another one, but my ally just starts flooding in troops. It's just amazing to watch. Now he doesn't try to flood him in too much because I'm still barraging the hell out of them. And this is just, yeah, I'm just squishing them up for his assault. I think he just waits around most of the time because he can't do it or else his troops will die. But until then, he made this push like really easy, so I didn't really lose too many in this battle. So, but there's so much massacre, and I don't know what that was, but I believe that's an American weapon. I'm not sure, but it does a lot of damage to infantry. Like, look at that! It just crushes infantry. So still constantly hitting him with the priest fire, and this is when he decides, you know what, I'm just gonna rush up, and his brave soldiers take up arms against these remaining German remnants, and they're still getting barraged by artillery, and it may have caused a few casualties, so a little friendly fire happens here, but I don't think it's too bad. But they're just gonna wait there, and as you can see, this is just a giant black piece of, like, just black scorched land, you know. It's all scorched and just, ugh. It's done. It's gone. And I believe is that my allies? That is my allies. Still waiting for the next priest, because I do make one again, but it's not coming in for some reason, I guess. I don't know. So at this point, my ally is retreating because he's afraid my own artillery, because it's massacring everything. He doesn't want to lose any artillery, and my ally AI is moving up. He sees this as an opportunity, and he actually makes a pretty good push. They are pushing into the base, and right now I believe this is the Wehrmacht. Yes, this is the Wehrmacht. The Wehrmacht are pretty much out. They're all. I can't tell who's Wehrmacht and not. So I think this is the Panzer Elite. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't show any different symbols, so I can't see if it's actually which one's the Panzer Elite, which one's Wehrmacht. But I believe this is a Wehrmacht, maybe.
German target has been knocked out.
I have no clue which one's which. But either way, they were massacred in a bloody battle. Hetzer, I believe, is Wehrmacht. I believe, though, I'm not totally sure on that. Hetzer's a really fantastic tank, though. It's not very used very well in this battle. As I'm doing more barrages than these guys would probably like to take, so this land is just gonna be massacred utterly, and this is pretty much the end for the Germans. I could probably skip ahead a little, but just look at all this massacre.
German target.
So this is pretty much all that remains of the German remnants. They can't make any comeback whatsoever. There's nothing they can do. They're just under constant artillery fire now. All they can produce are Hetzers, which are not going to affect any of the units that are going to be thrown at them. My ally is even just sitting back here, just not even trying. He refuses to even move against them because he doesn't even feel they're worth it. So this was just utter massacre, pretty much. Now this is just an AI match, so you know it's supposed to be, but it's good practice. It's a good practice match. So I will try to get some, you know, plat matches against like real players, well, probably mostly friends and stuff like that. Maybe against my ally here, but I don't know. So, but this is just the bloody battle that happened, and this is pretty awesome. So anyway, thanks for watching if you did watch, and thanks for watching the Bloody Massacre.